I tried to press start while it was still doing it, in case I get that stage fright placebo effect where nothing works. I just did it a million times, so there's no reason why it won't work again now. I have to do this first. This is a normal card, nothing fancy about it. No tricks, no gimmicks. Regular card. Okay, just got to make sure it's straight. Okay, so this is a regular card, and all I'm going to do is make it pivot and give it a pivot point on my finger here, and I'm going to make it rotate. I can make it rotate in both directions too. I just did that. I made it rotate one way and then turn back and rotate the other way. Made it do almost 2 full 360s. I just did it all in the practice run. So I was like, yeah, okay, let me try and do this live, put on the spot. Nobody else does this, right? And nobody else can do real magic, but that's why I wanted to press play while it was still working. But it's kind of hard to balance it in one hand and then press play on my device. But I managed to pull it off, and it was turning for a bit. But let's see if I can push through the placebo effect of it not working now. You know what I mean? Like, you have something exciting to tell somebody, oh, my dog does this trick. And then you go tell your dog sit, and it doesn't sit. You know what I mean? Like that effect. But anyways, I gotta clear my mind and just get it to work like I did a million times. Anyway, same card. I didn't do anything to it. There's no tricks or gimmicks here. Just wet my finger a bit. Balance it on the bottom. Let's get it in the center pivot point. Of course, I'm getting stage fright, so now I'm like nervous and shaking, which isn't going to help. Gotta make sure that you guys can see the card. I can make it rotate fast or dead slow. Dead slow is cool. Anyways, I gotta shut up. This might work or fail, so just a live dry run. My hand is shaking so much, I'm trying not to shake. Almost got it all the way around. That was very slow. Now, I gotta still my hand shaking too much. Hold on. It's hard enough balancing it on your finger, like you're sitting there shaking like this, like it doesn't help the cause. Give me a sec to loosen up. Oh, hopefully I can pull off a fast one, a nice slow controlled one, and a reverse. This one, and maybe 2 360s. The other thing I have, even though making it rotate is one thing, gravity still exists, so as it rotates, if it's not centered properly on the finger, gravity will pull one side of the card down because the mass would be in balance. You see what I mean? So as it rotates, I have to make sure that it stays balanced, balanced as well. So there's a little bit of skill involved as well, but it's centered. Doesn't mean you gotta have the skill as well. As my adrenaline ramps up, success increases. So my adrenaline's pumping so hard, but it's also counterproductive. Let's go the other way. It's not balanced. I can feel it. There we go. Come on, Jack. He turned that way, but it came off balance. That's pretty impressive, actually. Yep, I got both directions, although very slight. It went one way and then the other way. Now it's going back the other way again. Not bad. Very slight though. Let's see, try a fast one with more energy. Never mind. Nice. Nice. Oh man. I couldn't twist my hand around to keep it balanced enough for that. That almost did a full turn on a level plane. And earlier I had it. It was turning so fast. Like as soon as I was balancing it would just be like rotating, rotating, like so fast. I was like calling it fast Jack, but like fast Jack has slowed down. If anything, this is proof it doesn't rotate under its own accord. Here we go. Come on, Jack. My fingers too sticky. There we go. Come on, keep rotating. I'm trying so hard to balance it. Come on. Come on. That way, that way, that way. Come on, I know you want to. Go, 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 go. Thank you, thank you. I couldn't twist my hand around anymore. I like doing this just for visual, dramatic effect. But I like doing everything with mind only. But let's try a little gesticular direction. Like I'm pulling invisible string on the card. Hold on. Make sure it's nice and lubricated, like a good bicycle wheel. You need to have good bearings. If you lose their lubrication, the wheel won't turn. Okay. Oop. My hand's shaking so much. Okay. Jeez. Both my hands are shaking so much. Okay, calm down, calm down. Yeah, we're gonna pull the string. Alright? Grab the string. Fuck, man. Let me take a breather. Stop my hands from shaking. I had like a nice strong coffee before this, a proper brewed coffee from the shop, and then I had a ginseng drink, so, and I'm nervous doing this live. So all my adrenaline's is making me shake so much. I was all nice and relaxed before. Anyways. That's what you get with a live. It's not pre-rehearsed, it's not fucking, sorry, orchestrated. Okay. It moved when I pulled the imaginary string, but when I get that going good, I literally just go like that, and the card just like rotates. That's what I'm trying to achieve again. Just because it looks cool. I personally think doing it all with the mind is better, but it's centered right. It's not dead center when it turns, then you have to move your hand and stuff. That's why it gets complicated. Okay, this feels nice and centered. Just find and feel the invisible string. Okay. Maybe because I'm not pulling the string on the level plane to the card. Maybe because I'm pulling down the card. That's what it feels like, but I'll stop doing that. I'm not having success in that, so that's not good enough. I've never tried lifting the card up. I never even thought of that before. Maybe I could lift it with the invisible string. That would be pretty cool. But anyways, let's go. What I'm good at is rotating it, so I'm just gonna practice what I'm good at. It's not centered. Got the turn. and with the finger thing, but I couldn't rotate my hand enough to keep it balanced. See if I can get some more visually impressive ones going. I want to do a nice 360. Instead of the string, I'll just do the beckon now. It's not balanced. Okay. What the hell is this music? Now that's sounds gross, but that's nice and lubricated. So lubricated, it slipped right off. Okay. You know how sticky human skin gets, right? If it's not oily. That's not balanced. Okay, I think that's balanced. No, I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm tilting my finger like this instead of keeping it like level. That feels centered. A little heavy on one side, but we'll see what happens. Tilting down. Okay. I don't care which way you do it, it's working somewhere. It's not balanced. That's the irritating part. I don't like doing pinwheel things because it's too cliche and stupid. But it's just hard to get the center like when you're doing it yourself. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's my fingernail pushing it up. Try to hold my hand flatter. And the fingernail touching that now. Okay. Kind of looks like I'm giving people a middle finger, but that's not the intention. Okay. And maybe I've played it. Let me take an intermission, relax my mind and everything, come back. I'm just having fun, so I'm just going to come back and do it. I don't really care what people think. But let me go roll a cigarette and heat up my coffee, and then I'll come back, see, maybe I'll have more success. As usual in my practice runs, it was going so well. Like there's a number of times it did like a full two 360s, which is the only one I've ever done. The second 360 wasn't perfect, but did a full 360, came almost all the way around again, and I kept the balance. It looked so cool, and I'm just like, man, I could just press start stream right now. And I was like, nah, it's working so many times now. Then it did it again, and I'm like, geez, man, I should just press start stream. And I was like, nah, I'll just practice it a few times, right? You know what I mean? At least before I start the live stream. But of course, anyways, I had a little success, but that's pretty terrible by my own standard. But anyways, let me take 2 minutes, and then I'll be right back. All right, got my coffee. I don't know if people are saying I'm crazy or what. I haven't looked at the comments. So. Anyways, maybe I'll try a different card just for the sake of it. I don't want to reveal all the tricks on how I make it happen, but one of the mental tricks I do to trick it into happening is like with this one here, he's looking in one direction. Well, he's looking in both directions, right? So what I'll do is I'll focus my intent and all that on like his face looking that way, like he wants to go that way, and then it'll go that way, and then I'll look at this one and he'll go this way. And then other times a trick I'll do is I'll have this one sitting still, and then just as a joke, like I introduce this other card and to make it turn, right, just as an intellectual trick. And I bring in this card, just like two characters, like this guy doesn't like this guy, right? So when this guy turns up on the scene, he just rotates to get away from him. Like just little tricks that I do to make it rotate. Like, but usually I like to just clear my mind and just do it. But then the problem with just doing it is you don't know what you're doing or how you're doing it. You're just making it happen. So. Or the invisible string sometimes works, or like you just like beckon it to come like this here. I've never tried doing it away, but or up. I just never thought of it. Anyways, I'll try a few more times, see what happens. It's nice when you get a nice, smooth, controlled, slow, like a slow ceiling fan. That looks the coolest. I mean, it looks cool when it goes quick, but technically speaking, the most interesting one is where it goes really slow, all by its own accord, like a moving, like a Rolex watch, like how the hand on the Rolex watch just goes around like that. That's the coolest one. But anyways, clear my mind. And in case anybody's wondering, the smoke doesn't affect the card. Like, I could hear some people now, oh, well, smoke is hot air and it would make it turn, it would make convection currents around the card and it would make it spin. And this is what happens when I blow on it, right? I'll use the smoke so you can visually see me blowing on it too. Because when it's balanced on the bowl of your finger, if you apply pressure at any angled direction from anywhere, maybe even laterally from the side, it tilts it on its axis, right? It's like a seesaw, like a bowl with thing on top. So if you press pressure from anywhere, it's going to tilt it off. So I'm not blowing on it. There's no side fins that I could blow it to rotate it. You know what I mean? And even if I did, it's coming in at an angular dimension and it would make it go lopsided and go off balance. And the second it goes off balance, gravity wants to pull it to the floor, so it falls. Right? So I'm not blowing on it. It's not, actually my ceiling fan's off, so it's not even that. It started making weird noises a couple weeks ago, so that's off. Try a different card. Let's try this jack. Taking that break did calm my nerves a bit, which helps. My hand's so much more relaxed now. Not centered though. I just can't see, I don't have eyes under the card, so I can't see if it's centered. I have to, like, guesstimate where the center is by feeling. And then you have to use skill to keep it balanced, which is irritating. Like, I could avoid all that irritation by using a pinwheel thing, but they're so cliche and stereotypical, like, and lame. Like, I just don't want to do that. As soon as you use a pinwheel, people will claim, oh, well, you've got air currents and la 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 la. That's not balanced, but I can make it rotate, I think. But it will fall after a point. Let's see why, instead of doing it half-assed, let's do it right. Yeah, it feels better. No, see, it's not balanced. Part of a live, calling my own bluff, going live. That's what you get with it. The hard part for me now is freaking balancing it on my finger. Hey, that's crazy. Maybe that card's bent or something stupid. Could be. Maybe the card's bent. This one feels stiffer. Yeah, maybe that card was bent. This one definitely feels more rigid. Yeah, the way it works is you have to have a clear mind, right? Because if you have 7 million thoughts in your head at once, you're not going to make anything happen. So your mind has to be clear, right? So, when it's clear, then you can issue the command and, facilitate it actually happening. Unless you're like some supreme Gandalf and you can just do it with a chaotic mind, but which you still can, but it's just easier when your mind's clear. not giving up because I spent all that time balancing it, so I'm going to be patient. But this is proof that it doesn't spin by itself, right? Like, I want it to spin and it's not spinning, so you can't say, oh, it spins by its own accord. And even if it did, what stops it from falling? You know what I mean? It's not balance. I go like that, I can balance it. Sorry, comic popped up and distracted me. Hey, you want to see a cool optical trick? See if I can do this live. This isn't magic, this is an optical trick. I'll just do it like this then. Like the card goes invisible. That's cool. Anyways, enough about that. I think I've probably played out any success I might have tonight. Probably jinxed myself. This will be my last attempt. Now it's coming around slow. Alright, good stuff. Like right now, my vision is like, the card is like blurred three-dimensionally popping off of itself. Like that's how focused I am. Of course I broke it by talking about it. Keep turning. Come on, turn all the way around first. Come on. Come on. I think it is moving. It's like super slow. What the hell? Yeah, it's going. Come on. You can do it. Around. Good stuff. There we go. Oh, that was really slow. Holy moly. Wasted my cigarette. Maybe I'll keep going for a little bit more. That was extremely slow. It was going so slow I couldn't see it or feel it moving at first. And then after a while I was like, wait a second, I can feel it moving. Like the wattage of the power being produced is so low, it's like microvolts, that's why. Nothing great. Excuse me, sorry. I just have to like zone out when I do it and clear my mind and shut up and stop talking and see if anything cool happens then. I think my fingernail was touching it. That's better. I wonder if I can. Sounds bad. Like, let me go clip my fingernail real quick. I can't be bothered. So it does kind of help to look at the bottom, but it's not balanced. I can just feel it. And looking, the best way to balance it is by feeling. Okay, that feels pretty good. Whoop, moving my hand. If it works, I'll keep going for a bit. If it doesn't work, I'll end the stream so I don't bore people. But again, it does act as proof that it doesn't rotate by itself. So I guess, I guess it serves, but you don't want to be sitting there watching a whole bunch of failure to me trying to get it balanced. Okay, that feels better. It's not balanced. I gotta turn my hand. It's better. I'll stop moving my hand. Not towards me. I don't know if I can twist my hand around to keep it balanced though. Getting real slow. That's a good balance point. That was that was a good slow turn. Anyways, I'm tired. That's it for now. It's not great on my own. I would say 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 10. But anyways, I just wanted to call my bluff, do it live, see what happens. So there we go. Take care, folks. I'll check the comments later. The hardest part is like I said, I'm not Gandalf. I can't defy gravity. So the card wants to fall to gravity. Like if, for example, right, like this is balanced, right? So if the card comes the slightest bit this way, it's gonna fall, right? If you press on it anywhere, it's gonna tilt. So if you go off balance, this is balanced. I'm off center a little bit. So that's the hardest part. So like if you try to picture it, like as it's turning, you can't see where your finger is on the card for it being centered. So you kind of have to just go by feel, and that's why I have to like turn my hand just a little bit to keep it level, because otherwise it's gonna go off and then just fall to gravity. So that's what makes it a little bit harder. Let's just wing one more time. The 7 of diamonds. This is the card I commanded out of the deck that time in my other magic video. I was like 7 of diamonds. When I pulled it out, it was the 7 of diamonds. So it's my little special card. Let's try with the 7 of diamonds, just for the sake of doing one more. Yep. See what I mean? That not balanced, so it fell right off. I think my fingernail might actually be hitting it. So hold my, because I have to hold it up for the camera to see it, but like if I hold it down lower, it helps out my fingernail. One last one. This is it. Like my vision went blurred. It was just like 3D glasses at the end there when it was going super slow. I was just like zoomed in meditation on that card face. It's like usually when you want something to happen, you're like, go, do it, and you're like trying to force it, like you're expelling action at it. But I usually find that doesn't work. You usually have to disconnect and focus on something else, and but also imply like subconsciously that it will happen in the side ground, so to speak, right? And I find I get more success with that. Like if you try to like directly focus it, it doesn't usually work. Last attempt. It's rotating, but it's super slow, which is actually cool. But I'm not going to be able to balance it with my hand. Anyways, that's it for now, folks. Check you later.